What if I told you the most powerful hip-hop mogul of the past quarter century might become the test case that forever changes how the U.S. government polices celebrity culture? Sean Diddy Combs goes on trial May 5th, charged with RICO-style racketeering and sex trafficking, crimes the feds usually reserve for cartels. If you think this is just another Me Too story, buckle up. A leaked hallway video, beatings, freak-off orgies, and an alleged hush payment of $50,000 to bury the tape, all now admissible as evidence. 1994, Ready to Die drops, Puff Daddy births Bad Boy Records. Fast forward, champagne, yachts, Forbes lists. But behind the velvet rope, a darker spreadsheet starts filling up. Prosecutors say 2004 marks the first documented a freak-off, days-long, drug-laced sex events with paid male pros and reluctant female recruits. 2016, hotel in LA, Cassie Ventura, a fist, a camera. Diddy allegedly forks over $50,000 for the video, but digital ghosts never die. 2023 Cassie sues. They settle in 24 hours, no dollar figure disclosed, but the dam is cracked. September 2024, feds arrest Combs on a 3-count indictment. April 2025, that balloons to 5 counts, including racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking of 3 victims, and coercion of a bad boy employee. Judge Haydaran Subramanian pencils an 8-week trial. Jury selection alone could become a media coliseum. RICO, born in 1970 to gut the mafia. Now prosecutors say Diddy's entire record empire was a criminal enterprise designed to lure, traffic, and silence women. 5 counts, maximum exposure, decades behind bars and forfeiture of assets, including stakes in De Leon Tequila and Kirok. Defense flips the script, swinger lifestyle crime. They claim every encounter was consensual, recorded to protect him, and say Diddy even rejected a plea deal to clear his name. But here's the kicker. The government must prove coercion, money, drugs, threats. One WhatsApp chat mentioning stripper privileges could swing a conviction. The 34-second elevator hallway video. Prosecutors call it a mini-documentary of power and fear. The judge agrees. Jurors will watch it frame by frame. A junior-level fixer admits Combs wired $50,000 to the building manager for the DVR drive, only to discover a cloud backup already existed. That's not Hollywood, that's court record. Cassie settled her civil case, but will testify live, immune from self-incrimination. Expect cross-examination about why she took the money then, but not now. A legal minefield. Remember, Maxwell conviction survived 4 appeals, even with questionable juror disclosures. Precedent favors the tape. Imagine you are juror number 7. You just watched a global icon punch his protege. Objectivity. Good luck. Feds say the freak-off was a traveling circus. Miami mansions, Vegas penthouses, yachts off Ibiza. Entry ticket, be picture ready and sign an NDA. Why NDAs? To hide not just sex, but commerce. Crypto transfers to male sex workers, hotel suites booked under LLC shells, pills marked K47. Follow the money. Prosecutors argue each party circulated roughly $500,000, enough to satisfy the pattern of racketeering prong. Controversial take. If half of Hollywood throws parties like this, is Diddy a pioneer or a fall guy? TikTok's having a field day, but nuance dies online. So let's dig deeper. RICO was weaponized against the mafia, later gangs, then corrupt cops. 2023 saw the first entertainment-only RICO in the Young Thug case. Diddy could be next. The Justice Department frames this as no industry above the law. But critics say it's the selective outrage, ignoring executives who bankrolled the same behavior. Why no RICO for Weinstein? For Simmons? The answer? Music streams, not movie tickets. Hip-hop is digital, trackable, profitable even after scandal. Perfect for asset forfeiture. Under RICO, catalogs worth hundreds of millions could land in federal custody, then auctioned. That's bigger than putting one man in prison. That's cultural expropriation. Controversial, absolutely. But every word I just said is sourced from court filings, not conspiracy blogs. Question motives, but respect the facts. Industry insiders whisper, everyone knew. A-listers attended yacht parties where consent blurred after 3 a.m. Here's a story. A security guard told the grand jury. Names redacted. Labels took streaming bumps every time a freak-off rumor trended. Silence became a business model. Yet only the face of the empire sits in a cell today. Convenient? No. I'm not saying these titans trafficked anyone. I am saying the industry's culture of leveraged access toys with morality, the way Wall Street toys with risk. Post-charge, sponsors drop him, but stream counts spike 38%. A perverse incentive loop the law still hasn't cracked. 5 alleged victims form the backbone of the indictment. 3 were minors when lured, says the DOJ. 1 was on Diddy's payroll, another dated a bad boy artist. Here's the controversial question. Where does survival sex end and coercion begin when your abuser signs your checks? Some women shot Instagram content voluntarily, twerking, brand tagging. Those reels resurfaced today as proof they were willing. But trauma science says victims often normalize abuse as a coping tool. Harvard psychiatrist Judith Herman argues, power plus dependency equals compliance, not consent. Keep that in mind when the defense shows party selfies. Searches for Diddy trial spiked 1,400% after news of the Cassie tape. Streams of I'll Be Missing You jumped 62% in 24 hours. TikTokers stage mock juries. Twitter Spaces run 8-hour debates. But algorithms reward outrage, not nuance. That's great for advertisers, lousy for justice. Even this video risks demonetization because we're showing real violence. Irony. We're penalized merely for discussing the abuse, while the music still prints CPM cash. So what's your move, viewer? Boycott, stream, or demand systemic change beyond a single arrest? In 3 days, 12 citizens will sit down with more pressure than any social feed can imagine. Outcome 1, full acquittal, unlikely but seismic, making the DOJ look overreaching. Outcome 2, mid-trial plea. Combs could swap 10 years for asset forfeiture. Outcome 3, conviction. He faces 25 to life, and Bad Boy's master recordings go on the auction block. Note, 97% of federal cases end in plea. That alone frames this trial as extraordinary. Mark these dates. They'll shape pop culture as much as any Grammy night. Wall Street will watch too. Music catalogs are Wall Street's new gold, and precedent matters. Here's my thesis, one last time. Diddy's on trial, but so is the entertainment machine that monetizes vice. If RICO sticks, the feds won't stop at hip-hop. Hollywood's next. Because culture is never neutral. It either liberates or exploits. The verdict you deliver with your wallet, your streams, your voice, might matter more than the one in court.